In today's show, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 reasons why the Bitcoin price is on the verge of a new all-time high. In fact, we touched $19,000 just yesterday, and we just had the highest close in Bitcoin history above $18,000. I'll be dissecting this for you in today's show. Also in today's episode, I got a Bitcoin price prediction coming from Bloomberg strategist who says Bitcoin may reach $170,000 within the next year or two. That's right, as Max Keiser points out, the guy being interviewed is great. The look into the camera and the pause after suggesting $170,000 for Bitcoin next year is brilliant. Check it out.
Super props to Mike, because you've been a Bitcoin bull for a while, very solidly with your point. How much more upside in the short term, though, is there?
Short term, 20,000 is pretty good resistance. I'm afraid it's probably going to do what gold did. It got to 2,000, and then that's been consolidating in the bull market since. But the key thing about Bitcoin this year is it's very simple. It just added a 1 to the front of the number. Remember, it was around 7,000 at the end of last year? What I'm worried about, if you look at the past performance, which is potentially indicative of the future, next year or two, it could add a 0 to the back of the number.
Whoa.
Okay, so those are some pretty big numbers.
That's right. You got to appreciate the bullishness in the market right now. Could the Bitcoin price target be $300,000 next? Well, Bitcoin has no top because Fiat has no bottom, according to Max Keiser. Shout out to Max and Stacy of the Keiser Report. They say, look at Citibank coming out with the moon math on Bitcoin with a hugely bullish price target of $318,000 by December of 2021. And according to Max, more banks will be competing with each other to come up with higher and higher Bitcoin price predictions. But none of them are going to capture the ultimate bull market number because remember, Bitcoin has no top because Fiat has no bottom. Touche. Also breaking news, Bitcoin just hit a $350 billion market cap for the first time in history, as Pompliano points out right here. That is more than $80 million in market cap added every day on average for 11 years. That's $80+ million every single day. Let that sink in. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin is pumping along with all the major altcoins, and XRP is surging, now up over 25%. But where's the Bitcoin price? Likely to go from here. Find out all this plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, including weekends just like this. And before I kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below the video in the description. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and lots to discuss in this bullish market. We're going to kick it off with today's top story of the day. 4 reasons why the Bitcoin price is on the verge of a new all-time high. Let's break it down, shall we? Earlier today, the price of Bitcoin hit $18,815 on Binance for the first time in nearly 3 years. That's right, and following the breakout, Bitcoin is on track to see a new all-time high in the near term for 4 significant reasons, which I'm going to be breaking down for you right here. The factors that make a new record high likely are growing institutional demand, reduced selling pressure, a spot-driven market rally, and the significance of the $18,500 resistance breach. Let's start right here with Bitcoin seeing reduced selling pressure. For Bitcoin holders to sell, they need to first deposit Bitcoin to exchanges, and when Bitcoin exchange reserves drop, it often indicates that there is a low sell side pressure in the market. According to Glassnode Analytics, the year-to-date Bitcoin balance on exchanges dropped 18%. Analysts at the on-chain market analysis firm said the BTC liquidity is continuing its downward trajectory. This trend is significant because it shows there's hardly any appetite to sell Bitcoin at the current price level, despite its rally from 3,600 earlier this year to 18,700 within 8 months. If you like those gains, smash that like button right below the video in the description. Next, institutional demand is growing. This is a fact after the BlackRock CIO of fixed income, Rick Ryder, discussed Bitcoin on CNBC. Billionaire investor Mike McGlone said that Bitcoin is now an institutional asset, and he's right. During the CNBC interview, Ryder said that Bitcoin is here to stay and that it has the potential to evolve. He suggests that millennials favor Bitcoin and that the strengthening reality of digital currencies becoming mainstream payment options were both major positive factors for Bitcoin. Now, considering institutional trends, Navigrat said 2021 would likely be as good or better than 2020 for Bitcoin. He shares right here in response to that BlackRock CIO, Rick Ryder. He says, Bitcoin is now an institutional asset, period. The good thing is that most institutions aren't in yet. It's why 2021 will be as good or better than 2020. I agree. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And now for the next major factor. The market is spot driven and missed a sell side crisis. On October 10th, a crypto derivatives trader known as Light said Bitcoin is showing signs of a sell side liquidity crisis. He shared the following on crypto Twitter. Bitcoin is experiencing the beginnings of a sell side liquidity crisis. It has always been like oil on crack. Production is entirely inelastic. Demand, meanwhile, is reflective. So the performance of Bitcoin throughout the past 2 quarters depicted a clear lack of sellers in the market, particularly after the halving, which occurred back in May. The declining selling pressure on Bitcoin is a notable positive. In addition to the decline in sellers, crypto derivatives trader Cantor & Clark noted that the spot market is leading the rest of the market. He shared right here on crypto Twitter, spot bid is here, taking the lead. BTC. That's right, the spot market lead in the derivatives market is important because the latter enables traders to use high leverage. When the futures market leads a bull rally, the uptrend becomes susceptible to large price movements. And the next major factor, maintaining the $18,000 support level. On November 8th, Bitcoin crashed from 18,500 to around 17,200 minutes after reaching a 2-year high. Now, the sharp rejection on the day showed that large amounts of sell orders were filled above 18,500. It's also important to point out we're currently trading above 18,500. So this is serving as a very strong support. Today's second breakout above 18,500 confirms there's enough momentum in the market to break through a crucial multi-year resistance level and flip them to support. Based on the combo of these 4 factors and the fact that the global central bank policies of continued liquidity injections may raise inflation, no, it will raise inflation, all the quantitative easing and trillions being pumped into fiat currency, the probability of Bitcoin securing a new all-time high soon remains high. I predict a new all-time high above $20,000 by the end of next week. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day with the bullish price prediction, Bitcoin may reach $170,000 by 2022, Bloomberg strategist Mike McGlone says. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin currently above 18,600, up 2.5% for the day. We have Ethereum up 1.5%, trading at $516. In fact, all the major altcoins are surging. We have Chainlink up 0.6%, trading at $14.37. XRP up a whopping almost 29%. It just broke 40 cents. This is the yearly high. In fact, I haven't seen XRP jump like this in literally years, I guess since 2017. Pretty cool, right? We have Stellar Lumens also pumping, which is a fork off of the XRP network, up 15%, now trading just below 10 cents. Miss Litecoin up over 2%, trading just below 84 bucks. BNB in the green, Neo surging. So it's looking pretty amazingly bullish for the crypto market. You gotta love it. All right, now let's break down our next bullish price prediction right here. As Bitcoin gets closer to its previous all-time high of 20K, analysts from Bloomberg, we're talking about Mike McGlone, said he's bullish on what's next for the benchmark crypto's future price and even predicted $170,000 Bitcoin price within the next year or 2, in his own words. Now, Bitcoin closed Thursday at 17,821, slightly above the previous day, and also a new 2020 high. It's also the highest it has reached in the last 3 years. And I'll point out, yesterday we closed above $18,000 for the highest daily close in Bitcoin history. Now, with Bitcoin just $2,000 away, less than $2,000 away from its previous high of 20K. Analyst Mike McGlone from Bloomberg believes the dominant crypto is not yet finished in its ascent. That's right. McGlone said that since Bitcoin added 1 in front of its number compared to last year, it will likely add a 0 to the back of its number next year or by 2022. He goes on to share, if you look at past performance, which is potentially indicative of the future, next year or 2 could add a 0 to the back of the number, he said on Bloomberg TV. Now, Bitcoin ended 2019 at 7,000 and right now is above 18,600. This means McGlone was right that the crypto added a 1 in the front of its number. If Bitcoin adds a 0 at the back of its number, then we're talking about $170,000 Bitcoin price. This is extremely bullish coming from another major institution such as Bloomberg. We already had Citibank predict a $317,000 Bitcoin price. Now we have Bloomberg saying $170,000 within the next year or two. McGlone pointed out that Bitcoin's price increase is because of people's perception that it's digital gold, because it is digital gold. In fact, Bitcoin is a better version of gold than gold itself. That's a fact. Gold, a store of value, also breached past 2,000 and a new all-time high and is now consolidating. With that, Bitcoin could likely be consolidating at this price point as well, with 20,000 only acting as a short-term resistance. I predict once we reclaim that $20,000 all-time high, that's when the FOMO, like a mofo, is going to kick in, and we haven't seen anything yet. McGlone goes on to share, I'm afraid it's probably going to do what gold did. It got to 2,000, and then it's been consolidating in a bull market since. McGlone continued. Finally, McGlone mentioned that institutional FOMO, fear of missing out, is also the likely reason why the price run is different from the one in 2017. Let's not forget that the market is also much more mature. Both MicroStrategy, a billion-dollar company, and payments firm Square announced that they had put Bitcoin as part of their reserves. Then we have PayPal Holdings Incorporated recently allowed U.S. customers to purchase Bitcoin. That's right, once PayPal made that announcement, Bitcoin has been surging and it hasn't looked back since. All right, and before I break down our next story of the day, price target $300,000 for the king of all crypto. Well, Bitcoin has no top because Fiat has no bottom, according to RT host Max Kaiser. And before I break this down, let's first take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at a whopping $529 billion. I love the fact that the crypto market cap is currently above over $500 billion, and the volume is surging like a mofo as well, with 170 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and the Bitcoin dominance back on the decline at 65.3% as some of the altcoins are starting to break out, as I pointed out. Now let's take a look at the top gainers within the top 100. XRP is leading the pack up a whopping 28%, trading at 39 cents even. We have Near Protocol up 22%, trading at $1.13. OMG Network up 18%, trading at $4.09. Nexo up 16%, trading at 25.5 cents. And Stellar Lumens, a fork of the XRP token, is trading just below 10 cents. And now checking out some of the top losers, we have Hedge Trade down 6%, trading at 69 cents. Aave down 5%, trading at $74. YFI down 5%, but still above 27,000. ABC coin down 4%, trading at 22 cents. And Curved Out token down 4%, trading at 87 cents. Now out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Drop me a comment right down below. And now checking out the Binance margins, we can see the bears are back in control, leading with 52.8% shorts versus 47.14% longs. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Holla at your boy. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 91 in extreme greed. Yesterday an 86 in extreme greed, and last week a 90 in extreme greed, and last month a 73 in greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. When investors are getting too greedy, like we're witnessing right now in the market, that means the market is due for a correction. But also keep in mind that a bull cycle like this only comes around every 4 years. So Bitcoin is going to do what Bitcoin does because Bitcoin does Bitcoin things. Just saying. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day with a Bitcoin price target of $300,000. Let's go. The host of RT's Kaiser Report, shout out to Max Kaiser and Stacey Herbert. I must point out, this is my favorite financial news show. Number one, it's independent. And number two, Max and Stacey have been telling us to buy Bitcoin since it was trading at $1 back in 2011. Not many people could say the same thing, and they've been dead accurate with their predictions. So if you're not watching the Kaiser Report, I highly recommend you subscribe to them. In fact, Kaiser is just a phenomenal dude all around, just saying. Now check this out. Look at Citibank coming out with moon math on Bitcoin with a hugely bullish price target of $318,000 by December of 2021. That's right. If you've been living under a rock, just last week, Citibank came out with their analysis saying that the Bitcoin price is likely to hit $318,000 in the next 13 months. Talk about institutions getting bullish. As a mofo, Max says he can't believe what Citibank is saying because it's becoming even more aggressive on the price than John McAfee, who has always been crazy beyond the pale price predictions. According to Max, Citibank is now the king of taking the price predictions crown. And in this episode entitled Doing the Moon Math on Bitcoin, Max goes on to share more banks will be competing with each other to come up with higher and higher Bitcoin price predictions, but none of them are going to capture the ultimate bull market number because remember, Bitcoin has no top because Fiat has no bottom. Touche. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments right down below. And where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go by the end of next year? I'm predicting a minimal $100,000 Bitcoin price prediction as the stock to flow model suggests. However, I would not be surprised if Bitcoin actually did surge to $200,000 or even $300,000 as many analysts are predicting. All right, and before I break down the latest tweets from Plan B as well as Anthony Pompliano, first I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 600 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. I also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video to receive more daily crypto news alerts and help support the channel. If you're listening on a different platform outside of YouTube, the direct YouTube link is cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also find us on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is cryptonewsyes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 cryptopreneurs from all over the world. To become a part of it, simply click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat. To join it, click this link and you'll automatically be added. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now the latest from Plan B. He quoted Mark Yusko right here. Bitcoin actually is the scarcest asset in the world based on stock to flow measure. Now this is a fact. Now stock to flow is very easy to understand as basic supply and demand. When you have a very limited supply and massive demand, what happens with the Bitcoin price? It goes up. That's why the stock to flow X predicts a $100,000 Bitcoin price by the end of next year and a $288,000 Bitcoin price medium average between the years 2020 and 2024. Let me know if you agree with the stock to flow model. Also, as Plan B points out right here, one Bitcoin is currently worth 10 ounces of gold and counting. And in the future, we're not going to be able to compare Bitcoin to dollars because dollars are going to hyperinflate and virtually become worthless. So we're going to be comparing Bitcoin to gold. So I think this is a good comparison. Wouldn't you agree? Now, also, Pompliano pointed out that Bitcoin just hit the $350 billion market cap for the first time in Bitcoin history yesterday. This is just more uber bullish news, if you're to ask me. And as he points out right here, that is more than $80 million in market cap added every day on average for 11 years consecutively. Think about that. $80+ million every single day. Let that sink in. Let's see what Satoshi Nakamoto has to say about that. Just saying, it is what it is. And now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show. I shared 4 reasons why the Bitcoin price is on the verge of a new all-time high, Hulk smashing that $20,000 ATH set back in December of 2017. My prediction, once again, this happens before the end of next week. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments right down below. Also in today's episode, as I pointed out from Bloomberg strategist Mike McGlone, his Bitcoin price prediction is $170,000 within the next year or two, as he predicts right here. And MSN is in disbelief. Touche. It is what it is, though. Also, as Mike Navagratz pointed out, Bitcoin is now an institutional asset, period. The good thing is that most institutions aren't in yet, ultimately meaning we're still early to the party. Come join us. It's why 2021 will be as good or better than 2020. I pretty much can guarantee you that 2021 will be even greater than 2020 because, once again, we're just getting warmed up. Also, in today's show, I shared that the Bitcoin price target could be 300,000 because Bitcoin has no top, because Fiat has no bottom. Quoting Max Kaiser right here. I also shared the latest from Plan B as well as Anthony Pompliano. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Do you think we'll break $19,000 today? Drop me a comment right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right. And turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below the video in the description. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.